So I wanted to do a video reaction to the French Montana. I want to do a video to the shorts of the French Montana reaction that I just did. It's a lot of people that's going crazy on that. So I wanted to talk about it. It says French Montana exposes Fat Joe for trying to finesse him. So I know y'all saw the video that I had put out. It was a clip, a short clip. Dropped it a couple days ago. Almost at 4,000 in the shorts. And French Montana was basically explaining that Fat Joe tried to finesse him. So he said that he called him to the studio. Fat Joe called him to the studio, and since that's his man, or he thought that's his man, he said, yo, let me do the record with him. Cool. So he gave him All the Way Up. Boom. So French do All the Way Up on a record, and his French do All the Way Up, out of all of a sudden, he said the song blows up. He like, I ain't paying no mind. The song blows up. It takes off. He says the song take off. I'm doing shows with him. He doing shows with Fat Joe. So he ain't look at it like nothing because he figure Fat Joe is his man. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to look at it like nothing when you figure, all right, cool. That's your man. You know, this my man, so this is what we going to do. Now, of course, niggas do business. Grimy niggas do shady business. But you got to look at, he knew Fat Joe for some years. And not even knowing him, it's just that they built relationships. We don't know. They might have made money together. You know, they might have did things together. So he not looking at it like that. He looking at it like, yo, it's my man. I know he got me on a publishing. So he ain't looking at it like that. The song is taking off and they doing a bunch of shows. French said he looked up at his lawyer one time. He looked up at the song and he looked at his lawyer and he called his lawyer. He was like, yo, am I getting publishing off that record? And the lawyer was like, nah, there's no publishing off this song. So when he said that, French saw Fat Joe and was like, yo, I know you ain't doing business like that. You know, like, I know you ain't moving like that. So Fat Joe like, what's going on? What happened? What's going on? So he tell him like, yo, I got zero publishing on the record. So he said, Fat Joe like, you want me to call my lawyer right now? You want me to call my lawyer right now? Playing the game with him. French like, yo, I need publishing on that record. He calls his lawyer. Lawyer gives him publishing. French made it like he ain't know what it was right there on the short that y'all saw. He like, yo, I forgot the publishing. You know what you gave me? To see what Fat Joe says. Fat Joe says, I gave you 10%. He said, no, I think it was 5. I think it was 5%. Fat Joe like, I gave you 10. He's like, no, it was 5%. Now, we all know Fat Joe is a cat, king of cap and all that. I just personally feel like, you know, Fat Joe knew better and should have given him, you know, the proper publishing from the beginning and not him run around and gotta call his lawyer and find out. You know what I'm saying? But French is a humble dude. French handle business. I grew up with French since we was younger. He always is about his money. He's a business-minded dude, but he not gonna play. Like, I grew up. Fat Joe watched me grow up since I was a kid. He's way older. He watched. I was a little kid with him. He saw my pop. My pops done saw him when he was young. He grew up with my uncle, Fat Joe. They the same age. Him and my uncle. They went to the same high school and stuff. I feel like Fat Joe is the epitome of dirty South Bronx nigga that could be grimy, you know, that could do grimy shit, that could run around and be on some bullshit, you know. And depending on how he felt, how he looked at French, or how he felt like, yo, I ain't got to get that nigga, I ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of grimy shit. But it makes you want to question about all the shit that 𝐊𝐍𝐉𝐎 was saying, the big pun shit, the wife, the big pun wife, big pun son. It makes you want to question all of that stuff about that. Because let's say French didn't say nothing about it, but you have still gave him publishing. So let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe, comment below, hit the notification bell. Please share this video. Let's get it in the algorithm. The same way how you guys blew up my short. Let's blow this video up, take it to the next level. Answer me this question. Let me know what y'all think. Do you think Fat Joe knew what he was doing and was getting over? Or do you think Fat Joe didn't know what he was doing and French addressed him about it? Let me know what y'all think, man. So we're gonna go from there, and we out of here. Peace. See y'all on the next one.